that's Sunshine.
Hi.
This is Calamity, and we're going to play some more Super Mario Brothers 3. And Sunshine and I were just talking about our favorite bands. We were continuing that debate.
Yeah, and I think the only genre of music I have that I actually have a favorite band is
Just straight up rock and roll.
Rock and roll is Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
I don't really think that's too surprising.
No. They were, without a doubt, the best show I've ever seen at the BOK Center.
What about Paul McCartney?
You know what? Yeah. Like...
You gotta get a run at it first.
Yeah.
Or else you won't slide. You just killed yourself.
Cool. Fuck it. Whatever. I'd rather talk about music. It's cool.
I'd rather
just get comfortable. No, I think you're right. If you just go straight up rock bands. See, I can't even do that, though, because of the current era. I feel like when you talk about music, I'm really passionate.
Well,
and I have a
Hailstorm's
lot of things I really love.
good.
Hailstorm, I don't think
time
is just
considering
straight up rock and roll. I think Hailstorm's metal. Yeah, Hailstorm is metal. Fight me about it. She won the Golden God Award on VH1 for Best Metal Vocals. She's a metal singer.
She is metal. She is
Lizzie
metal.
Hale is metal as fuck. Fight me.
Shit! I did the thing I told you not to do.
I love her. Especially the 3 singles so far for their new album. I finally listened to them and they're amazeballs. I love it. And always... Oh man, I love Hailstorm. Special place in my heart.
How many times have we seen them? I've seen them at least
You've
twice.
seen them twice. I've seen them 3 times. I saw them for their first album when they were on tour with Shinedown at the Canes Ballroom. I saw them for their second album when they played Rock on the Range. And I saw them for the third album at the Brady Theater with Dorothy and Lita Ford.
Yeah, I got you a bunch of shirts and stuff.
Fuck yes, you did. I love Hailstorm. And their fourth album looks like it's going to be great because the 3 songs I've heard off of it so far are freaking awesome. So I'll have to make you listen to those later. So I love Hailstorm, but I would consider them metal. What I was saying was for rock music, I have a hard time narrowing it down because there are also those classic rock bands that, like, how can I say that the Foo Fighters are my favorite rock and roll group when the Beatles exist? And Dave Grohl himself has been like, without the Beatles, you wouldn't have the Foo Fighters.
I mean, you can still prefer them.
That's true, I guess.
Personal taste
And
doesn't
honestly,
change the relevance of another band.
I guess.
It's like me saying I prefer Star Trek over Star Wars because technically Star Trek happened first.
Yeah. I guess it's true.
Good job. Hello.
These things.
I'm gonna bite your ass! We're filled with hate!
Fuck!
We're creatures of despair!
Okay, so let's go genre by
I'm a
genre
little
then.
onion creature!
Favorite thrash metal?
From the moon!
Thrash metal band. Metallica.
Duh,
Right.
they're one of the founding.
Yeah.
You would say Megadeth or some bullshit.
No,
like
I
that.
would say Metallica.
I don't like Megadeth very much. I actually passed up watching them.
Yeah. Which, hey, you know what? Somebody had to guard our seats at Rock on the Range, and
I don't like the vocals.
volunteered. What?
I don't like the vocals.
See, because you volunteered to go guard the seats for Megadeth, I got to be, like, within arm's reach of Dave Mustaine. So, I'll agree to disagree there, because that little difference of opinions allowed me to see one of my heroes live.
See, and it's not even like that I don't like the music, I just don't like the vocals.
I will fight. It's a style
You don't
thing.
have to fight me about it. I understand. I'm not gonna say it's, like, not good or anything. It's just not for me.
It's just not your thing. I like that Megadeth tends to have a lot to say.
I guess so.
Like, they're political. I like that.
Look, it's an H!
And I feel like I should say Slayer more often, but, no.
We saw Slayer live.
Hmm?
We saw Slayer.
No, we saw
did.
Anthrax.
Anthrax. That was a sad show.
See, well,
No.
the sad thing about seeing Anthrax live was that we were all way more excited to actually see the guitar player than the frontman, and I'm a firm believer that your frontman needs to be the person who carries the show.
Yep.
Because the guitar player has to focus on playing the guitar.
He doesn't need to tell you to get into the
It's
game.
like, you don't go see and as someone who's seen Van Halen, you don't go see Van Halen to stare at Eddie Van Halen while he plays guitar. You go to see Van Halen so that you can see Diamond Dave, you know,
The
fucking
performance.
doing his kicks and shit. He's an old man. It's hilarious. Or if you're a Van Hagar person, why did I do that?
I don't know.
I'm all
That
over the
tunnel
place,
would have
babe.
taken you.
Am I exhausting you? Which one would be
Well,
better?
9's probably a water level, so I would try 10.
10, all the way. No, you go see Van Halen or Van Hagar or the frontman, and then the great guitar playing is what it is. And I just... So what was sad about Anthrax was I was really excited to see their lead singer, Ian, what's his name? And, or not their lead singer, their guitarist, Ian, what's his name? And
Who's a great guitarist.
who's a fantastic guitarist.
He did a wonderful
and who
job.
does the
Everyone
best
was
interviews,
mesmerized,
and he's
mesmerized with his
fantastic.
performance.
But he, you know,
He shouldn't have to tell.
he
It's
shouldn't
not
have to
his job
tell
to pump the
the
crowd up,
crowd to get pumped when we don't respond to the lead singer.
because he just wasn't. I don't know.
Well, they're also really, like, they're getting up there, man.
So we saw Paul McCartney.
Who's agent? The Eagles.
We saw the Eagles. Theirs was more chill, but we did see them.
Seeing the Eagles was such a chill experience.
It really was.
I was like-
that was probably one of my favorite.
I've
concerts
never
as well.
wanted to smoke pot quite so much. Like, you know, if you could have, that would have been a great time to do it, because it was just these chill old dudes. Seeing them or Willie Nelson, that's the time to do it.
Ah, shit.
And if you ever want to try it,
Oh, I meant to turn around. Sorry.
ecstasy or acid, I would say go see Muse, because
Sean's seen Muse.
Muse was really good when I saw them.
That's like his favorite band.
Really,
Yeah, it's weird.
I like Muse.
Muse is good.
I wouldn't call them my favorite band, but
Well,
it's
it's one of the few
fun,
that
what
he's
the
seen
hell.
live.
Yeah.
I think it's actually the only concert he's been to.
I liked Muse.
Uh,
I don't remember who opened for them.
what was my favorite?
What do you think the weirdest band you've ever been to see? Like, given your musical taste. who do you
Threefold or whatever it was.
What?
3 guys. That one where they were like, "We're not 4 men. We're not 5 men. We're 3."
I don't know.
It was at Rock on the
Was
Range.
that Rock on the Range?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say the fact that I've seen Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Oh. Well, those guys I say are the weirdest just because they were like, they were really pushing their name, but they kept being like, "We're not 5, we're not 4, we're 3."
It's
And I'm
like,
like,
well-
okay, I can count. And there's also 5 of you on stage.
That's. Yeah. I don't even remember that.
They weren't bad. They were actually pretty good as far as like the music was concerned. It was just the front man was a little wacky. Just go over them if you can. I jumped right on top of one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the fact that I've seen, being who I am, I think the fact that I've seen Casey and the Sunshine Band is kind of like, yeah, it's also weird to go listen to disco and funk in an arena.
What did I listen? I went at Rock on the Range. It was one of the smaller venues. You and Charlie held seats. It was me, Ethan, and Emily. We were at the very front of the show. I can't remember who they were, but they were not good.
That's never good.
And just, I remember being like, they're okay. I just... Run!
What did they look like?
They were just white dudes.
Okay. Because there was one band you guys went to go see that had like full corpse paint on, and
It
you
wasn't
were
them.
like, I couldn't remember if you really liked.
Well,
them or
there
really
was
didn't.
like Tursis, not Tursis.
No, because if you'd seen Tursis, you never would have shut up.
Yeah, I like Tursis.
Um,
Starts with a T. They were like heavy, screaming.
Trivium?
"Rah." Trivium, yes, they were pretty good. Well, they weren't good. I don't. The experience was cool, but as far as being a band that I would listen to regularly, I don't think I did.
yeah, I don't really like. I liked Trivium live, but I didn't really.
No, you weren't. It was just me and Ethan
No,
for
but
them.
they were on the screen.
Oh, yeah. It was just me and Ethan. Me and Ethan also went and saw that, like, the metal. It was like hardcore. What's the genre? Hardcore punk?
Are you thinking of pop punk?
No, it was like hardcore. They were like
Yeah.
push and kill each other. Was it pop?
Oh, yeah, you're thinking of hardcore.
Yeah. Me and Ethan
Like,
did that.
scene kid music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Ethan went and saw them, and that's the one Ethan got into the.
Oh, you guys went to see Black Veil Brides. That's what it was.
Yeah, they were okay. I didn't hate it.
I just-
Go through the door. And remember, please don't fuck it up. No, he's gonna. Yes. Yes.
Yes! I did it.
They were really they weren't like a great show. It's the only time I've ever been in a mosh pit. There was so much crazy shit happening in that one.
There was another band
People
that you
were
were in the
being
mosh
thrown.
pit for.
Really?
That was really, like, you guys were in the Great Pit that you really liked. Who was it?
I
Oh, it was a
mean,
big
there was
one,
Tech
too.
Nine and stuff. That was
No.
entertaining.
No.
It's
And then every
terrible!
now
The
and
king
then-
has been transformed. Please find the magic wand so we can sodomize him.
No, who was it? There was it was a bigger band that you guys were down there for. Maybe it was Slayer.
Baby Metal. Oh, I didn't go to mosh pit. Baby Metal. I had no idea who they were.
I think it was Slayer that you guys were in the pit for. Because that was our trade-off. You guys got to go see Slayer, and Emily and I got to see Megadeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because you were in the Slayer mosh pit, and I remember being like, oh my gosh, Nathan was in a Slayer mosh pit, and I'm jelly. But I was in a Megadeth mosh pit, so.
I don't usually like that sort of thing.
But, yeah, because I remember Ethan was like, actually, I really enjoyed this. This was awesome.
Yeah,
This
we
was
had
a lot
fun.
of fun.
Whoopsie.
So,
A whole.
Evanescence
friends back.
was a great first concert for me to go to. Where did it go?
Here's the boat.
Okay, cool.
You got this.
Yeah, as far as very first concerts to go to, Evanescence was a good shot. Because it was Evanescence, Chevelle, and Finger 11.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was pretty
Okay.
Fuck!
I thought you had it.
pretty good hard rock lineup, and then Evanescence to round out
I
the
believe the
night.
boat will move,
Amy Lee-
which is gonna fuck us up.
Was my hero,
The boat moved.
and to a certain extent, given my eye makeup today, is still my hero in a way. But she was great. She's a good front woman.
Oh, can we talk about Godzilla?
Oh, sure.
Oh, it's a complete.
It's
Like,
a non sequitur, but sure.
I saw the new Godzilla little movie part 2 of that Netflix thing. The Thing.
That you hated the first one so much, so last night when you were like, I'm gonna watch part 2, I was like, okay.
Well, it makes sense. That's who I am as a person.
Oh my gosh.
I know, I finally did it. Well, it's the timing on the bottom, whatever. Can I make it to that? We gotta get to the boat, which is...
I don't know if you can.
Do you have a hammer?
No.
No, you don't have a hammer.
I smash it with a hammer.
So, I'll try and beat level 6. And you'll just have to backtrack to...
As much as I can.
Well, you can get to that tunnel. Should be able to anyways. Oh, I have to beat 4 too. Okay. Picked the wrong suit for that.
But so Godzilla.
Oh, I watched the new one, and it's not as bad as the first one. I think it
You
was
made me
shorter.
watch the only part you said worth watching.
There were 2 good scenes, and I would say good scenes in the entire thing.
You were stoked that Ghidorah might be in the next one.
I mean, they'll ruin his design.
Of course they will. That was smooth.
That wasn't. Come on.
Just jump over.
No. Okay, so I watched that, and I hate that animation style. It just seems so lazy. Because, so they come up with these alien races that all look essentially the same.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to be 8.
Mm.
That's not that bad. I think
Um,
I beat 8.
Yeah.
It's land. You'll like it. They came up with these alien races that all look the same, so they don't have to characterize characters. There's not a memorable person in that movie other than Godzilla, who's barely in it. They kept talking about Mechagodzilla and calling it Mechagodzilla City, which
Is stupid.
because there was no Mechagodzilla.
Stupid.
There was no Mechagodzilla. It was the nanometal, which I hate nanometal. I hate that. But I don't know. If I talk about it, it's gonna be how much I hate it. Should I
Yeah.
talk about it?
Save it for next time.
I won't talk about it. Yeah, next time. I'm not gonna talk about it at all. Go watch it. It's bad, but you'll have a smile on your face for a little bit at the end.
Okay.
Just fast forward last 10 minutes,
Yeah, actually, that's what you did for me. You were like, watch the last 10 minutes.
and you got what happened.
I understood what had happened and why that 10 minutes was worth watching.
Yeah, it was a really cool visual.
Cool.
All right, check the things. They're in the thing. Do the stuff, and
You are just a master of
go
the
to a
craft.
farmer's market.
Yeah.
Buy some
Yeah.
vegetables.
Actually, that reminds me of this episode of Criminal Minds.